I'm helping NATO, and I've until the last few days when I told them about Iceland, they loved me. They called me daddy, right? Last time. Very smart man said, he's our daddy. He's running it. I was like running it. I went from running it to being a terrible human being. But now what I'm asking for is a piece of ice, cold and poorly located, that can play a vital role in world peace and world protection. It's a very small ask compared to what we have given them for many, many decades. I don't know that they'd be there for us. They're not there for us on Iceland, that I can tell you. I mean, our stock market took the first dip yesterday because of Iceland. So Iceland's already cost us a lot of money. So we want a piece of ice for world protection, and they won't give it. We've never asked for anything else, and we could have kept that piece of land, and we didn't. So they have a choice. You can say yes, and we will be very appreciative, or you can say no, and we will remember.
Yeah, you can say yes, and we'll be very appreciative. You can say no.
I thought Iceland was all green and Greenland was all made of ice. What's going on with what?
Yeah,
I do. Wrong with the man mentally?
I like thinking about that. I'm like, why is Iceland kind of green and Greenland's like really icy?
The Vikings did that. He would have fell for the Viking thing. For those who don't know, welcome to Absurdity Space, episode 7.
Yeah, episode 7.
Speaking of,
yeah,
it's 6, 7. Just kidding.
Yeah, that's where my head went. That's where my head went, and that's why I paused and said I'm not going to do that.
Yeah, I don't think I'm going to be able to stream tonight after this because I thought getting like 14 hours of sleep would help after a stream for 90 hours, but apparently I need another like 12 or more.
Yeah, there's a cutoff point. I think it's like 10 hours. If you sleep more than that amount, you just get tired again.
Yeah.
And I've fell into that trap so many times. There's been so many times where like I'll sleep like 2 hours a night for like a couple nights, and then I'll sleep like 14, and then I'm like, oh, I'm just as tired.
And then you get another 10 or more, then you're like, finally, I feel refreshed, and then you could just do it all over again. But so what? How is ice that is going to melt going to protect us from national security, Forrest?
I wonder. I don't know. I keep thinking about like formulations. Maybe he thinks ice agents come from Greenland. He's like, this is Iceland, and this is where we get the ice.
Maybe they're made of ice. Maybe they're like Mr. Freeze.
or maybe he wants like Lebensstrom. That's been my thing. I think it's like Lebensstrom, but like all the propaganda posters for like the Nazis, that I had one that I made that I just like I put the guy in the middle of Greenland, like a version of it. I took the Lebensstrom poster where it was like sunshine, because all of them are like sunshine, greenery. Come see, like, we have so much space. It's gonna be great. But like, then you put them in Greenland, and it's just like a fucking glacier.
Yeah, it's interesting because like Iceland is in the North Atlantic. Its capital city is Reykjavik. We all know this. If you watch Craig Ferguson, that was part of his little questionnaire that you could big cash prize. You win like a bunch of quarters. But like, my sister went to Iceland because they have that fancy schmancy spa. With like the water, and she gave me like some clay for my face, and I'm like, awesome. But as long as you didn't go to Greenland, because that's where all the ice is.
Well, Iceland does like Reykjavik does a scam thing, and I'm trying to figure this out because I'm trying to go on this on a trip in like March or whatever when Conan's off, and we're like,
go to your Eat, Pray, Love.
I'm gonna especially eat. But
and then you're gonna come back. You're gonna come back and be like, the portions are so small, I end up losing weight. What is America doing wrong?
It's not GMO, like GMO infused like antibiotic.
And the portions are smaller.
And such small portions. There's Reykjavik, right? Through like Icelandic airport. Or like airlines or whatever, right? So it's like extra cheap to go wherever you want to go, and then you land in Reykjavik, and everything there is like hella expensive. So they make a bunch of money off trapping you in Reykjavik for like a layover. apparently, and then you go wherever you want to go in Europe. But it's like that's like their scam. They're like, look, the flight's gonna be a lot cheaper if you go through like Icelandic airports, but you got to stop for like 10 hours at our airport and buy some like $10 glacier water or something.
Yeah, I felt bad for the people that attend the World Economic Forum because they're probably like, "Oh my God, he's using the term daddy," and like
Daddy.
how did America elect this guy again? And I'm like, I'm still confused about that because I also still don't understand how the Democrats were prepared to win that midterm a few months ago. Like, I still think it was rigged. Trump was rigged. He was rigged to win somehow. Like, I can't. Democrats are not prepared to tackle him, especially now, because they're like, knock it off, ICE, knock it off.
My mom's
will
fully
fund you and train you.
My mom's fully bought into the Elon Musk conspiracy, which I think, like, for all I know, is like, has validity to it.
Probably true though.
Elon Musk, because he said something about it. He's like, Trump had him on stage, and he's like, well, thanks for Elon Musk knows a lot about voting machines, knows all about the voting machine. Yeah. And it was like, all right, that's pretty sketchy. I mean, I don't know, but I think that there's like rational Americans are like sloppy ass pigs, and Trump promised affordability. Everything's more expensive now, of course, but like people, like I saw people that I've never seen be political before go crazy enough about inflation and shit like that, where they were just like, oh, I'm voting for Trump this time, but it's not for like the immigration stuff. It's like for cheaper groceries. And I like got into multiple arguments.
But that's all his fault though. Like people think it was Biden's fault. And I keep saying this. I'm like, look, the reason why the economy seemed so good when Trump had his first term up until COVID was because Obama's economy was finally kicking in. It finally was kicking in. You need like 6 to 8 years for like president's economic agenda to really like come to fruition, And so with COVID and then all his tax cuts, like he just took a brick, like busted like a wrecking ball against what Obama had. And well, welcome. Yeah, well, good. Yeah. So it's like, so Biden, did very, very minimal incrementalism, and so of course everyone's going to blame him for all the shit that Trump did when Trump was in office the first time.
I mean, part of it is also the interest rates, right? Like we've had, like that's why the American economy is kind of boomed under Trump, and that's why the startup people really like, a lot of the tech people wanted Trump back, because it's like the interest rates for the longest time were so low that's why there was so many there's startups on startups on startups. It's just like starting a company and borrowing money to do that. It's basically like you're basically making money at that point, even if the thing fails. It's like there's like enough of a fail safe that people could get out of there. I mean, obviously there's a lot of hedge funds and like people that got ruined by that, but still, like
Jim Cramer is now saying that now's the time to buy stock. I'm like, listen, if Jim Cramer is saying do something, do not do it. Do not do it, because in hindsight, shit's gonna be bad. And like what my sister says,
I love those compilations where it's everything that Jim Cramer said to do that
it ends up not like being wrong.
One of them was he was one of the biggest promoters of Sam Bankman-Fried, and he'd have him on for the longest time. So he'd have Sam Bankman-Fried on to be like, this is what we're gonna do with crypto, and then he's like, this guy is the truth, this guy's great, and then he had to be like, oh man, I fucked up on that one, guys. He's in prison now.
Well, it's so funny too, because all like a lot of my my uncle who works like on Wall Street or whatever, who's like Republican-ish, like he's like establishment, but even my sister's like, he tells me that when Democrats are in office, the stock market's great for him, everything's good for him, but then when a Republican like Trump, it's like it's bad. And I'm like, but why does he still support like Trump quietly? She's like, I don't know, like it's a weird thing.
I have family exactly like that too. They'll be like, you know what, there's the economy will be a lot better when Democrats are in office, but I'm still gonna vote for Trump. Why? I don't know.
Yeah, I don't.
And then they spend the next 4 years talking about Trump, and it's like, well, I don't know.
But I don't want to tell you voted for him. My sister voted for Trump back in 2016. She's like, it was a mistake. I meant to vote for Hillary. I'm like, really? You and your ex dressed up as Trump and Hillary for Halloween, and you were very sympathetic towards Trump.
You know that Simpsons bit where he keeps voting and the voting machine keeps stealing his thing.
Yeah. Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
here to vote for Obama, and then it's like he keeps going McCain. He's like, I only
Yeah,
one of those votes for
she's like,
McCain.
oh no. See, this is why we need write-in, mail-in ballots, because the button might be wrong. Your finger might accidentally press, because sometimes they're like really close, and you want to like, it's like when you're at the ATM and you want to press yes, but it clicks on, but your fingers like it presses no instead. You don't know exactly where to like press it. You're like, do I press at the bottom of the button or like that's how it is.
I hate when you're supposed to like delete a number, but sometimes you accidentally press cancel, and it's like you cancel the whole.
It's like you go back yellow. I pressed the yellow button, not the red button. Press the button.
But yeah, so do you think we're gonna go to war with Canada? Is that next?
Greenland, Canada, why not? But we're going to war everywhere. It seems
Greenland wouldn't put up much of a fight. I was reading though that the Canadian military,
they're preparing.
Right now, yeah, well, they're doing like war games, so they're planning out how they would take on the U.S. military, and it has to do with they're trying to do like a like a Vietnam style kind of like insurgency, you know what I mean? So they're trying to figure out like how the U.S. would do counterinsurgency, like the coin strategy from Vietnam and like Afghanistan, essentially.
It's just so weird to go to war for Greenland over. I still cannot, like, all the Trump supporters I know, I'm like, why Greenland? Why? Can you please? They can't come up with like why Greenland. And it's like, then they're like, well, they got the ice. I'm like, what is ice gonna do? Are they gonna ship the ice over to America? It's gonna melt. Like, I can't, like.
There's a few things. So one of them is the fact that we have like 3 military bases in Greenland because of World War II. Well, yeah, but because of World War II, we have like three bases with people that were on it. And during World War II, we basically occupied Greenland for, to try to keep it out of European hands, or, the unfriendly European hands, and to try to keep it in our hands because Denmark obviously wasn't going to do it. And they were kind of on the neutral side of things. On top of that, though, there's like everything from, they believe that there's oil under the, under the, they have not found the oil, but they believe it's there. And in 2019, kind of, Denmark and Greenland.
So it's like weapons of mass destruction. They're not there, but they think it's
well.
There.
Everyone in Greenland also thinks everyone in Greenland also thinks it's there. But they kind of did something stupid in 2019, and they had the U.S. military aerial survey, I think, on 2 different occasions to try to find which resources are actually under the earth. But which doesn't even matter because then Denmark passed a law that like because of climate change they didn't want to drill into Greenland. So like that, they kind of cancel that. But because they
got to preserve that ice, what's left of it,
the only people that have
stealing that ice.
The only people that have managed to do aerial survey of all the places where there might be minerals and there might be rare earth minerals and there might be like petroleum deposits and stuff like that, like reserves.
British. Wait, by the way, this stream is sponsored by
British Petroleum. British Petroleum. But no, there might be So basically, they kind of they let the wolves into the henhouse for like a couple days, and this was during the time when Trump was first talking about Greenland, but everyone kind of thought he was joking. We've tried to buy Greenland from Denmark.
I still think he's joking. Like it's just so stupid. Like he's mentioning Greenland's ice, and I'm like, what ice? Like what? Like I get it, Greenland has all the ice, but like, what is it going to do to protect national security? Like, well, what are we protecting Greenland from? Or actually, we should be protecting from ourselves at this point.
Well, I mean, I think one of the things is that China, obviously, the rare earth minerals, they're the only ones that can actually process the rare earth minerals and turn it into anything worthwhile and drill for them. But the other thing is that, it's right there in the Arctic. So Russia has such a foothold in the Arctic that's the that's the lever, I guess, that we're talking about pulling down. Of course, it's already under the NATO umbrella, so technically we're supposed to be defending it anyway. We're not supposed to have ownership.
Yeah, also too, it's not like, I mean, this is not going to help us become like the #1 American superpower when China's been kicking our ass because we've been doing tariffs and shit. Like, sorry.
It literally is the ancient Viking trick.
Because he kept saying Iceland and everyone's like, you're saying Iceland? Like, I wish I was like, because I just saw that clip, earlier and the quote and all that, and I was like, he did not say Iceland has ice, did he? And I can only imagine people at the World Economic Forum are like, or just like,
well, he kept saying it, and he also said Greenland. There was a I'm trying to find it. It was Jeffrey St. Clair that writes for The Nation had a funny. I
saw a Barry Weiss thing. Like someone made like a Barry Weiss joke. Is that the same thing we're talking about?
Yeah.
Because like I saw like, yes, you bet he mentioned it.
Barry Weiss memo to CBS news reporters and anchors. Yes, Trump referred to Greenland as Iceland 7 times in his speech, but make it clear that he referred to Greenland as Greenland 13 times.
Yeah, that's. again, I know someone who's like, yeah, I listened to her and Ezra Kleiner are my top 2 podcasters that I've listened to, and I'm like, you were 20 years old and centrist. That is not something to boast about, considering what she's done to CBS News.
My
my
little brother listened to a lot of Ezra Klein and like, you know, the New York Times or whatever daily podcast. Like he listened to that a lot until Gaza happened, and then he was like, oh, I don't want to listen to the New York Times anymore.
It's funny because this guy, he's like, again, this kid, he's against the idea of abolishing ICE. He's like, that might work in New York City, but not outside New York City. I'm like, dude, you live in a bubble. You live in a fucking, like, I get it. You like me, we both live in the same town, but you live in a freaking bubble if you think anyone outside New York City does not support abolishing ICE. I'm sorry, but there's shit going on in Minnesota. It's not really happening. It's happening in New York City, but not to the extent it's happening in Minnesota, because again, they want to make an example out of Minnesota. But it's ridiculous when people are like, yeah, I'm a moderate and proud. And I'm like, why?
I mean, there's a lot of like, I don't know.
You're too young to hold those views. You either go left or right, and sometimes
people are
right.
weird. People are weird on immigration. Like it's very easy to like sway people on immigration. Like it's like a lot of people obviously want if you're like, oh, let's deport criminals. Like there's a huge percentage of people that are like, yes, let's deport criminals. Let's deport criminals. Let's deport criminals, right? And then, you know, the more you go down, like, oh, well, would you support you know, deporting people who have been here for, let's say, like 10 years and who have a family and who have like family connections, and then the number goes down, and then it's like, would you support?
Sometimes they'll still say no, let's support them anyway. They should have had plenty of time to get citizenship.
There are people that, but like the numbers go down obviously like precipitously depending on like, oh, what about like 30 years and they've started a business, and then like most people are, you know, just say no, we probably shouldn't deport those people. So like as the numbers kind of change, you know, what if they have a spouse in the country? What if like they pull people on all those things? And I was like kind of amazed when I saw, I don't have it like right in front of me, but I was kind of amazed to see how like the spread of the numbers, right? Like, because it was like 75 or 80% of people are like, yeah, if there's criminals that have, you know, committed a crime, like a violent crime, right? Like we should deport them. And like, I'm not.
Pull my uncle, he don't care. He will say deport the mob, even though he's a major hypocrite when it comes to that. I'm like, dude, you do not work. You are a painter. You're living off your wife's money. You are a hypocrite.
The thing
that I
think that people should have, I mean, you know, third people, especially like, you know, that might be on a so-called leftist progressive news network, but people should have understood that when quotas came around, right? Like Trump's like, I'm going to have these quotas. This many people need to get deported. People should have understood that, like, that meant that they were just going to start deporting whoever, because it's like, it's a pretty impossible to reach quota otherwise.
He wants to do more than Obama and Biden did. And the thing is, like, a lot of Democrats, they're like, well, Obama and Biden didn't do as bad. I'm like, no, they were doing the same thing, but they were being discreet about it. They weren't dedicating, like, the department under chief. Yeah. Like, child separation policies, the kids in cages. I remember that. People were protesting that. Obama had to, like,
like, oh, a lot of
people don't like that.
Immigrant rights groups, like, were real mad at Obama through, especially his like second term, when like
2014 is when that shit went down.
Yeah. So it's like they really started protesting, and that's really when we started seeing all of these like deportation centers, which Bush obviously deported a shitload of people too, but it was kind of because he founded DHS and he founded ICE and he founded Customs Border Patrol, so they were just trying to basically figure that stuff out. Bush also did the he continued on the border fence, which is so much funnier than the border wall, because it's like Trump had to go and take the places that we had spent already millions of dollars trying to put a fence
and say,
there.
Look, I added more and I built the wall.
It's like we made the fence higher.
It's funny too, because a lot of people are like, whoa, you shouldn't be crossing the border legally. I'm like, what is a border? You're just I'm like, that's just glorified jaywalking. That is it. Oh, I mean, I'm like, I just think, like, that's my opinion about crossing a border. I'm like, again, most people come here on visas. They stay a little bit longer. Sometimes have a hard time getting back home. But it's like
most of the people got in here like
by plane
or something. Yeah, and then which is why like the border fence kind of thing never made sense. I mean, look, I don't personally have that much of a problem with the idea of like securing the border in the sense of, you know, like if you wanted to have people making sure that people don't come in here illegally, like I don't necessarily think that, like, I don't know. I think that it would be real hard to convince people that, you know, you need less border security or whatever. But I think once people are here, there needs to be some kind of amnesty.
Yeah.
Like they're
I
in.
just think it's funny when a lot of people are blaming like the measles outbreak on like the immigrants that are coming through the border. I'm like, listen, they
They're gonna blame
actually have to be
everything.
vaccinated
They're
against
gonna
that
blame
stuff. We're
everything on it.
not.
I've always felt like
People were worried that they were going to bring Ebola here, and I'm like, you do realize Africa and South America are two completely different things. Like, I don't.
for most of our
ISIS is going to bring Ebola to the border, and I'm like, oh Jesus.
for most of our history until 1924, I want to say, with the Immigration and Naturalization Act, we had just it was kind of a free for all. Like there were. I mean, Ellis Island would make sure that you weren't like real sick or like you weren't like missing a bunch of limbs or something. And I mean, but like there was a lot of like we let most people that wanted to come here that were of working age that kind of had an ability to work in, and I've always kind of felt that beautiful about America, which I think is definitely founded on some real fucking genocidal shit. But it's like, if you're going to keep this country moving, you know what I mean? Like having it be multicultural and having that kind of be the center that everything's around, because this isn't somewhere where like the majority population, their roots aren't here in the sense of like their ancestry doesn't come from here, right? Like, so it's like it feels like, I don't know, it feels like hypocritical to say to be like, oh well, these people come in. Because it feels like Mexicans are more indigenous to here than Anglos are.
Texas, like seriously, like Mexico and all that, it's all part of the country. Like again, like we all know, like everyone's like, how come there's so many like Mexicans in Texas? I'm like, well, I hate to tell you this, but Texas for a long time was part of Mexico. Like I don't know what else. Like I don't like. It's so funny, like what history is taught and what isn't taught. But also, I feel like it's gotten to the point where like people are getting like Anne Frank and Helen Keller mixed up and thinking that they're fictional characters, and I'm just like. I feel like millennials were the last generation to actually have a decent education system.
I will. We didn't. We had a shit education system too. But I will say visiting the Alamo was kind of cool. I mean, I don't know. It's like,
hey, do you remember the Alamo? You were there.
People don't remember the Alamo.
But like, I saw a story of how ICE agents went to a Mexican restaurant, helped themselves, saw the food, came back later, took all the workers, and people were like, "Ha."
It just had.
I'm like, that's not funny.
Caroline Levitt is fucking pregnant, and she was just caught in a Mexican restaurant drinking a margarita while pregnant.
Margaritas. I'm like, your kid's gonna feel alcohol syndrome, bitch.
Which already that kid is. I mean, her husband's like 70.
Yeah, the sperm. I mean, that kid, that sperm is very old. We all know that kid's gonna. I'm not gonna finish what I'm gonna say, but we all know what I'm alluding to. But like, it's just so funny to me that it's like it's become like the meme. The meme. It's like, yes, they enjoy the culture, they enjoy the food, and then they end up taking it.
Yeah.
Taking away. And I'm like, okay, your favorite Mexican restaurant just got closed that you have like, $3 margaritas every Thursday. What are you gonna do now, Karen? What are you gonna do now? That Mexican restaurant's closed.
Supporting the right to own slaves, because the whole point of Texas is to have a large standing slave state that we could bring into the Union, and then it kind of became, they declared it a republic, and then Andrew Jackson was too much of a pussy to recognize it instantaneously, so they had to wait until Van Buren and then Polk, and then kind of everything had to be like brought in at the same time. They do the Mexican-American War and steal even more territory, which I mean, I feel like part of me is just like, we should probably give Texas back to them at some point.
I agree. I mean, if you really think about it, half of the southern eastern coast, like Louisiana, Florida, should not have been land to own because it's below sea level. And even the people back then were like, look, this is going to be underwater in a few centuries. It's not going to be good.
There's a really good book, This Vast Southern Empire, Slaveholders at the Helm of American Foreign Policy, by Matt Karp, who he writes for Jacobin a lot. And it's about the Mexican-American War and how that came, and how we ended up going from kind of, it's just Texas, the Tejas region of Mexico, to like, oh, maybe California, and maybe like Mexico, and maybe all of these areas too.
That are all named like Hispanic names, Los Angeles, San Diego. Like, come on, like when people are surprised that there are like Hispanic people like in these states where there's a lot of like Mexican sounding name towns, like they were here first, you weren't.
Caroline Levitt of the specially touched child she probably will, that her husband's metal.
That old sperm does a lot to but also
I don't know how much that goes the other way, because it's like if like as a mother gets older, like it's more likely. But I feel like it's both. Like I feel like it's gotta be
Slow
like a
sperm,
70-year-old man.
slow sperm. Yeah. But like, what's funny too is like a lot of people, a lot of Republicans use this gotcha. Like, you guys talk about like, oh, what about the jobs that these illegal immigrants are going to be? What that sounds racist. That you're saying these are. I'm like, okay, are you going to apply for that job? Are you going to be a busboy? Are you going to be doing construction? Are you going to be clean? Are you going to be doing any of these jobs? Are you going to fill in those quotas now that these people are deported? No, I'm sorry, but
Union, by the way,
we're lazy.
Was kind of what they're trying to do with NAFTA, except for they were trying to do free trade to bring down costs and with American labor to try to be like, oh well, we can have labor from Mexico or from Canada, and we can just kind of take it from the highest bidder.
Yeah.
But that is kind of the same thing where trade barriers are taken down. That's the same thing the EU basically did around. It just kind of worked out because there's so many different places in the EU that have different like specialties or whatever. I don't think hasn't been that great for them necessarily, but
I just think it's interesting that all these white folks, say it's racist to claim that all these, this, unfortunately undocumented immigrant labor that we depend on. I'm like, okay, but what's going to replace that then? You're not going to take up and do those jobs. You don't want to do those jobs. White people want the easy way out.
Right wing PM Tony Abbott ate an onion on camera with skin on.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
To share the boat people tactics and laws that use it on war-torn refugees. Check it out. I haven't seen that. It was crazy. The craziest shit with the Australian elections was that they had those big posters of Xi Jinping, and they're like,
see, my mom would have ate the onion full, like she just put a little bit of salt. She would eat it. My mom loves onions.
Everyone's saying
that's a good point
how
too.
AI is going to take away all the jobs, but no, it's the immigrants. 3 decades of Fox News brain rot. But then
I mean that's what's going to come down to, because Elon Musk has been boasting about UBI, and I'm like, well, yeah, I mean, but here's the problem though: will the government provide UBI once all the jobs are now AI and robots? Like that's no one's they're not thinking that what's going to happen, how we're going to make an income.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know how much I really believe like the AI hype though. Like I don't know how much is gonna actually like it's
about the burst that bubbles,
but there's like
it's time for that bubble to
AI
pop.
is gonna end up being so powerful that it wipes out, like, I mean, it's gonna wipe out jobs either way, but like it's gonna wipe out like most people's jobs, right? Like, or anything that really AI touches, it'll wipe out. The other school of thought is like, it'll end up being kind of utilized by people within those industries, and it'll take a lot of like turnover and stuff, which already fucking sucks. But like, will it destroy things to the level that people are saying? And how much of people saying that it's going to destroy things is its own version of like a sales pitch? Like, this is so like, we got to stop it. It's so big. It's so terrifying that everything's gonna get fucked up. And it's like, I don't know. It's like it's.
I mean, they're already. I mean, with
right?
with the data centers now, PC parts are going up through the roof because they need the fans and the RAM and the GPUs to run these data centers. And now's the time to buy something that's already been pre-built, because a lot of those parts are now, and a lot of people are very, very mad because everyone's like, oh, I'm so glad I got my PC when I did, because, RAM's like $5,000 now. And RAM's usually one of the cheapest parts to buy for a PC.
Yeah. I mean, it's like, then we gave China all our chips.
Yes. And people were crypto, like GPU mining during COVID, because I still don't know. I remember when and GPU's prices eventually went down, but it's like, because a lot of people, authorities were busting in because a lot of them were also funneling like bot farms. It is interesting when you see like videos of like authorities busting in and taking down like these bot farms. There's no humans. There's no one there. It's just all these computer parts just running.
Suggesting Canada should get into a union with the U.S. is like suggesting the girl next door should get married to a drunk wife beater. I mean, whether or not she gets married to the drunk
today, at least,
whether or not she gets married to the drunk wife beater, like, we're there. You know what I mean? Like, the drunk wife beater is like banging at the gates at all times, pretty much. And it's like,
let me in.
I don't know. Bezos wants me to pay for a PC subscription. Yeah, everything's on.
That's why a lot of people. Yeah, I mean, that's why Steam is making the Steam, the gaming app, whatever, Steam. They're kind of pushing Steam machines, because it's like it's all the Steam games you can play, like Sims or whatever. and it's like they'll be more affordable than like a regular PC apparently. And I'm like, cool, but can it handle all my mods and custom content for The Sims 4?
And like, what happens if you spill water on it?
Yeah.
You start renting anything, right? Like that's my thing with it. It's like people rent their cars, and it's like I wouldn't
Yeah.
do that. Like, but the thing is with I had something, but I don't remember what I was gonna say. Rand was going up, just having to buy 2 laptops a month ago. Well, yeah, well you bought 2,
fancy.
they were twice as
Yeah,
I can't believe it. I bought 2 laptops and it was twice the amount, money. Oh, what I was gonna say is the subscription stuff, right? Like Adobe now has you by the balls, where it's like if you don't have the download of the actual physical, which they go after you for if they catch you using it too much. For a while, they were like taking people to court over it. If you don't have like a physical, which you already paid the first time for the physical copy of like the software, and then they're like, oh well, you can no longer use the software, and if you do, we can sue you for using our software. There was a thing written in there a long time ago, and also, you know, it's just gonna keep going up. Like Adobe keeps going up all the fucking time, and it's like they have everybody by the balls. I mean, I could figure out like DaVinci Resolve and stuff, but it's like once you're like good at a program and you're like really into it. Like
that's why people use the CapCut for like TikToks and shorts and shit like that, because that shit's just easy peasy lemon and much more affordable.
They wanted yeah, it's much more, but they wanted like a certain amount of money for using that too. It's like oh, you can use some of our features for free, but you know.
I mean, in 5 days, TikTok is going to be owned by an Ellison. Because Democrats were like, oh my God, Israel, Palestine, and then also to, you know, Republicans were like Chinese spyware. And now once again, another media of some sort, social media, is now owned by a conservative pro-Trump person. Thanks, Democrats.
Yeah. So tomorrow morning, and I mean, I don't know. Am I gonna actually get up? Am I actually gonna?
I don't think so. We could do like an after party on Friday with the fucking after Adam McKay shows up or whatever.
Yeah, but I feel like I'm gonna
because there's no way in hell. There's no way in hell we are going over F1 because apparently that's gonna get nominated for Wicked for Good. I'd rather go over Wicked for Good than fucking F1. Cargo Zoom, big whoop. You know, like come on now, that deserves the best picture nomination.
But so I was. Yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna try to train myself to get up for the 1 p.m. show by trying to see if I can get up first. I'm gonna try to run the marathon before I run the track. You know what I mean?
The 5K, whatever.
Yeah, that works. That's the one I was looking for.
Marathon, let's go.
But I don't know. Like I think we did it last year. We managed it somehow.
I don't remember us doing that.
I can't remember if we did it or if we just were all online together in Discord or something doing it. But one or the other. I remember I was in Long Island at the time. Let me see. So 12 categories for the 98th Academy Awards. Wake me up when it's the 100th. Animated short film, casting, cinematography, documentary feature film, documentary short film, international feature film, live action short film, makeup and hairstyling, music, sound and visual effects. Those aren't even the good ones. No, all right, yeah, it is. But let me see. So animated, the films listed in alphabetical order. I haven't seen any of these, I don't think. Autocar. I guess that's German.
Do we have time to go through all these?
We're halfway through. Cardboard, Iru, Forever Queen, The Girl Who Cried Pearls, Hurricane. These are weird. I Died in Irpin, The Night Boots, Playing God, Quintana's Ghost, Retirement Plan, Shyness of Trees, Snow Bear. I did see Snow Bear. I liked Snow Bear. That's on YouTube and it's only like 10 minutes. Three Sisters. I liked Snow Bear. That was cute. Casting. They're gonna give out the
casting. Yeah, is that new? That's a new category, right?
Yeah.
This could be a sinner's win.
You're so good at casting. They're gonna give the casting. It's gonna be the shape of a couch.
Yes.
The casting, you know, the casties. 10 films will advance to the casting category. All right, the films listed in alphabetical order: Frankenstein, Hamnet, Marty Supreme, One Battle After Another, The Secret Agent. Still got to see that. Sentimental Value, Sinners, Surratt, Weapons, Wicked for Good.
I feel like this is gonna be a for the casting. It could. I mean, I don't know. I mean, I feel like giving Sinners 15 nominations, it's probably gonna win like 1 or 2, 3 things at best. Is kind of sad.
They were
to
pretty
me.
good at casting though. Maybe it'll
Yeah.
bring cinematography. See, there's like all of these for this one, and then it's like not that many for casting.
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
Ballad of a Small Player. Haven't even heard of that one. Begonia,
Yeah.
Die My Love, F1, Frankenstein, Hamnet, Marty Supreme, Nouvelle Vague. I actually really liked Nouvelle Vague. One Battle After Another, Sentimental Value, Sinners, Seurat, Song Song Bleu. Actually, I liked Song Song Bleu. I'm not gonna lie.
I was surprised. I'm like, wow, biopics about tribute bands are doing better than the actual biopics. Like, imagine if they did a Neil Diamond biopic and it did not do well.
I watched Song Song Bleu and then I watched Heat for our Josh, or not Heat. I watched Thief for our Josh Olson episode, and they both have, one of them, Jim Belushi's the manager of the of Thunder and Lightning, the and then the other one he's like he's the sidekick, for James Caan's Greatest Thief Ever. It is like, I feel like he's doing one of these jobs a lot better than the other one. Sound of Falling, haven't heard of that one either. Train Dreams.
The Sound of Falling.
Wait, we actually, I think we have The Sound of Falling in the I think we have it in the, well, no, we just have there you go. There's Falling. Anyway, Train Dreams, Wicked for Good, documentary feature film. I bet I haven't heard of half of these. The Alabama Solution, Apocalypse in the Tropics. That sounds
I don't even know what the Alabama Solution is.
Oh,
does it sound good?
Yeah, it doesn't sound great. I would guess that's something to do with lynchings, maybe. Coexistence, My Ass. I don't know what that is. Come See Me in the Good Light, Cover Up, Cutting Through Rocks, Folk Tales, Holding the Yacht, Mr. Nobody Against Putin. I actually do want to see Mr. Nobody Against Putin. That looks interesting. It's like the guy that he's like a school teacher, and he fought against like he used his position as like a school teacher to fight against the Ukraine invasion propaganda that Putin was pushing, and they made and he like recorded himself every day doing it, which I would be like, if I was gonna do that, I wouldn't record myself doing it every day. Mistress of Speller, My Undesirable Friends Part 1, Last Air in Moscow, The Perfect Neighbor, Seeds, 2,000 Meters to Andrika, I don't know how to say it, and Yanuni. I've heard of like one of them. Documentary short film, All the Empty Rooms, All the Walls Came Down, Armed with Only a Camera.
All of that.
Armed with Only a Camera, The Life and Death of Brent Renaud. Bad Hostage. I would be a terrible hostage. Yo, they could make that about me. I feel like you'd be a bad hostage if you talk too much. You're like, hey guys, can we have a conversation about this? Cashing Out, Chasing Time, Children No More, Were and Are Gone. I guess. Classroom 4, The Devil Is Busy. Yeah, because there's a lot of dancing going on. Heartbeat, Last Days on Lake Trinity, On Healing Land, Bird's Perch. That sounds interesting. Perfectly Estrangedness, Ravana's Choice. No, wait. Rovena's Choice.
You should send that to her.
Yeah, We Were the Scenery. There's a place that when I go down to Long Island and I pass by Queens, there's El Ravan. It's like a place, and on Ravana's birthday, I finally got, like, it happened to be her birthday. I finally got a picture of it and was like, "Hey, it's Al Ravan."
Every time I see a Carvana plate, I send it to her.
All right, this is international feature film. Argentina, Berlin. I don't want to know what's going on in Argentina's film industry right now with Malay. Brazil, The Secret Agent. I gotta see The Secret Agent. I'm losing time on it. France, It Was Just an Accident. That's another one I want to see. Germany, Sound of Falling. All right, well, it's
Springtime for Hitler and Germany.
India, Homebound. Iraq, The President's Cake. Yellow Cake? Wait, Yellow Cake? Is that Japan, Kokuho. Jordan, All That's Left of You. Norway, Sentimental Value. Of course, that's a shoo-in on Sentimental Value is great. Palestine 36. I have to see that.
They ain't getting anything.
I'm surprised they even had it in international because it's like, I don't know, like you can see Zionist.
We also know what happened at the Golden Globes with the one movie, and it's like
they cut away.
It
was a movie about a little girl that got murdered by the IDF, and they didn't even let the movie.
They're like, no, we can't show that.
South Korea, No Other Choice. I liked No Other Choice. That was good. Spain, Sarat.
Sarat. No, wait.
I think of just Ciroc, and I'm like, damn. Is that movie produced by Diddy? It's crazy. Everyone was just drinking Diddy's Ciroc juice that he had. Switzerland, and it was also they own the vodka company is also, I think, a guy in the Epstein files. It's owned by
Winners. Am I right?
Yeah, Switzerland, Lake Shift. Taiwan, left-handed girl. Taiwan isn't the no, I'm kidding.
Edit now.
I want this shit.
We over here at this space would like to apologize for Forrest Miller's comment.
I want our stream to get shown in mainland China, and they have a one China policy. Tunisia, the voice of Hind Rahab. See, that's the one they cut away from.
That's the one they were like, we can't show that's a brown Palestinian girl. We can't. No.
Well, it was like a little girl, and then it was like her family, and they were like, they cut it. They instantly cut it. Live action short film. I don't think I've seen any of these. Ado, Amarella, Beyond Silence, The Boy with White Skin. Oh, they made a movie about me.
Sounds racist.
There's Whitey. Butcher's Stain, I don't want to know what that is. They should have called it something better. They should have called it like I don't know, Mr. Clean, the movie. Butterfly on a Wheel. Dad's Not Home.
I've heard that title before.
Yeah, I feel like I have too.
Yeah, I feel like it might be something. I think it might be a player. I don't know. I've heard of it. I heard the title before, but it's like
Dad's Not Home. He sure as hell isn't. We're gonna get wild. We're gonna get wild in here. Extremist.
Deadbeat Dad, the movie. Extremist. How dare they make a movie about us?
I feel like that movie is gonna be like. It's just gonna be. I want to see.
It's gonna be centrist saying left and right the same. Am I right?
I want to see a movie where one of the new like al-Sarraj, like the Syrian president or whatever, like one of his guys, and then like I don't know, like a person that like a West Bank settler maybe in a room together, and then they can have like a MAGA guy, and they're all trying to find common cause. They just they can have a MAGA guy, they can have like I don't know, like one of those crazy German anarchist guys. They can all be at the table or whatever, and they can film it, and they can just have them try to find something they all have in common for the entirety of the movie. I bet they could very easily, to be honest.
Yeah. A friend of Dorothy.
A friend of
Toto?
A friend of Dorothy. I think
that is Toto, the biography.
I think they mean a friend of Dorothy, like,
Oh, I thought it was the story of Terry the Cane Terry who played Toto in the Wizard of Oz. That actually would be a perfect documentary about that.
No, they used to call gay men, like, they used to be like, "Are you a friend of Dorothy?"
Yeah. Well, that started with the Wizard of Oz queerness.
Jane Austen's period drama. Okay, what do they mean?
Which one? I mean, there's so many, and they're all the same. They all have the same plot. Seriously, they do. If you've read one Jane Austen novel, you've read them all.
Is it that, or is it somebody having a problem with like menstruation and Jane Austen? Pantyhose. They're just making up titles now. One of them is Pantyhose. The Pearl Comb. Is that like a H. Pearl Davis's comb where all the Flock Funkle and Oak.
Wait. Forest and Oaks. That's actually our Hall & Oates tribute band name.
Yeah.
Believe it or not. I Forest.
Is it Foreign Oaks? Is it Hall & Oaks? I love the those girls that do Garfunkel and Oates, because it's like they're both
that's a clever. That's actually because everyone doesn't care about Garfunkel or Oates.
Yeah, Virginia Woolf is better than Jane Austen.
Agreed.
So pantyhose, they're just making up these titles. The pearl comb, a lot of hair comes out in that. Rock paper scissors.
Wow, a movie about this?
Well, they made Battleship.
Wow, revolutionary.
They made Battleship the movie, right? Like,
yeah, they did.
The Singers, two people exchanging saliva. No, there's no.
What the? You mean mononucleosis the movie? Like, what's going on here? When I was a junior in high school, I got mono because I drank my friend's drink, and I got mono from drinking my friend's because she had mono. And then I remember being told I had mono after, like, I was just soft, like I was constantly. And you're like, wait, how?
But I was like, I didn't even fucking kiss anyone.
They really call it the kissing disease. That's like, there's more to it than that.
It's like it's just a spit swabbing disease.
It's like it's a part like they probably did it to be like, like make it like a celibacy type of thing, like don't have sex or you get pregnant or die. Don't kiss or you get mono and die.
Yeah. Let's see, makeup and hairstyling. The Alto Nights. Isn't that the one with fucking 2 Robert De Niro's?
Maybe.
The people were saying, it's the one where it's 2 different Robert.
Hey, if you're dying with laughs, you should check us out on Moon Extravaganza, especially 1 p.m. on Friday with the Adam McKay. Well, actually, he's a bit of an indie director. He's directed a few indie movies, I think, right? Yeah.
Yeah. He directed. He directed Pantyhose.
He directed Pantyhose.
All right, so they definitely put I guess they put it's 2 different Robert De Niro's. They made him
Marty Supreme for best acne scars. Wow.
Well, they made Robert De Niro look like 2 different guys, and I guess that's why it's in there. That's the only one that got Frankenstein.
Hey,
the makeup was pretty good in Frankenstein, I will say.
Yeah. He still looked hot, but whatever. Marty Supreme, best acne scars in my opinion.
Kokuho
did.
Kokuho.
Coco?
Different than Kokomo.
Not Kokomo?
No. Marty Supreme. I feel like the hairstyling and makeup is less important to that than like the affectation that Timothy Chalamet puts on for that whole movie. Yeah, Nuremberg, where they it was the last time that
what did they put like a nose on someone? A la
like, no, they had Russell Crowe. They had Russell Crowe right before. I think he lost weight, but right before that he was fat as shit. And they're just like, dude, we need you to be Hermann Goering in Nuremberg. He lost a bunch of weight right after that. And I was like, damn, they had him at his fattest and most alcoholic. They're like, dude.
I remember watching him in Thor: Love and Thunder, and I'm like, Russell Crowe, you are kind of heavy, dude. What's going on here?
They had the there was a thing where Azalea Banks claimed that she went to a party at Russell Crowe's house, and he threw a bottle at her head, which I would too, but
bitch is always making shit up too.
Let me see. The one battle after another. I don't know. The hairstyling isn't the thing that pops out to me about that. Sinners. It might be Sinners for this, or Wicked for good. The Smashing Machine.
I mean, if the lighting was a bit better in Wicked for Good, we could be like, oh, that is not CGI. That did look whatever.
Yeah. The Ugly Stepsister, the Ugly Barnacle. I haven't heard of that one either. Wicked for Good.
It's a bit. It's the Ugly Stepsister is actually pretty good. It's pretty niche, but it's really like a good like horror like take on like the Ugly Stepsister.
She's so ugly that it's scary.
Yes.
So like she comes to the room, everyone's like, she comes to the room and everyone's like
Ooh, musical original score. We all know the Sinners. We all know that's probably good. Ludwig's getting his second Oscar. Since
Yeah. All
Oppenheimer.
right. Music original
We all
score.
know.
Avatar.
Why
Salt
the
and
fuck is
Vinegar.
F1 there? It's all just cargo zoom, man. What the hell?
maybe it's all car music. They're like
Like boom, boom, boom.
You know, I should win for best original score. Captain America. Oh, Begonia. Again,
Wow.
Begonia is not. It's not the music that stuck out to me most out of everything in that movie. Captain America, Brave New World. Gotta give that a. It's the Chinese century now. Diane Warren, list.
What a surprise! Wow, a movie by Diane Warren be nominated for Oscars year after year for best original song.
Who keeps giving her the money for these movies?
Who the like seriously? Like
I've never seen a single movie that she's. Well, wasn't she the Cheetos movie or something?
But like she has her own movie about why she keeps getting nominated for best original song Oscars. Is this what this movie's supposed to be about? Talk about bait.
That's what Golda was about. F1, Frankenstein, Hamnet, Hedda. I feel like they've made mad movies that are called like Hedda.
Is this maybe Hedda Hopper?
I don't know, but I definitely don't have a head of hair. A House of Dynamite, Jay Kelly. See, music was not what stuck out to me about Jay Kelly. It was George Clooney just being George Clooney. Barty Supreme, Nuremberg. I wonder what the music for Nuremberg is. Wah, wah, wah.
Yeah, like Nazi fucking Gestapo music. What's going?
Like papa. One battle after another. The score for One Battle After Another is legitimately good. I've been bumping that a little bit, even though the guy's like a fucking Zionist shill or whatever. But I don't care. Sinners, I love Sinners soundtrack as well. Surratt,
me too.
Train Dreams. Apparently, there's a song that is there's like a Train Dreams theme song or something that's in there. I didn't even catch when I was watching it. Tron Ares, and then of course the sequel Tron Pisces.
I don't understand why they thought that movie was good because Jared Leto. Anyway,
Wake Up Dead Man, Knives Out Mystery. That I love that. That movie slapped.
My favorite scene in that entire movie is he's about to speak. So I think you hear da 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 da. I'm sorry, but you need to stop talking.
I mean, I've been saying they could cool it. They could cool it on the MCU for a little bit because the last one I was really interested in seeing was Endgame, and then I was like, I watched too many of those leading up to Endgame, and it just kind of I got like the Sweet Tooth thing where it's like, Truth and Treason. Is that the Mike Lindell story? Wicked for Good. It's funny to keep Wicked for Good to the last whatever music original song, and then I guess we probably got to wrap it up after for one.
Yeah, we all know K-pop Demon Hunters for some reason is gonna get nominated and win for I don't know when it should be. I lied to you from Sinners.
As alive as you need me to be from Tron Ares. I don't want.
I know.
To be alive at all.
What? I know they don't.
30 Seconds to Mars song.
Oh God. I know they don't really allow the best original song to perform anymore, but I feel like them doing like I Lied to You at the Oscars. Having like people of different generations dancing and like, oh, that would go so hard. They should do that. Because they know that they're like, okay, Ryan Gosling did I'm Just Ken, we can't top that. I'm like, you can't top it though with an I Lied to You performance.
Dear Me from Diane Warren, Relentless.
Ow.
Dream Is One from Avatar, Fire and Ash.
Okay, blue, Miley.
Blue, we're all blue.
How come they haven't thought about that?
Drive from F1.
Wow, how original of a movie about cars to have a song called Drive.
Drive, get in the car and drive.
If you want to go take a ride with me,
yeah. But in the passenger side of your best friend's ride, trying to holler at me.
Wow.
Dying to Live.
That's
Billy Idol Billy Idol should be dead. Who made Billy Idol should be dead? This sounds mean to me.
What is that? Is that a documentary about his life? Like, what's going on? What?
Girl in the Bubble
be
from
white
Wicked
wedding.
for Good. That's definitely gonna get a nomination.
Oh, yeah, both ones
Gay ass
are gonna
Bubble.
be.
Golden from K-pop Demon Hunters. Golden from K-pop. Highest to Lowest from Highest to Lowest. Original song.
Wow.
I Lied to You from Sinners. I'll go to the bat for that for everything.
I'll be wanting to win. Yeah.
Last time I seen The Sun from Sinners. I mean
another good one.
Yeah, that one hard at the end.
That one seems like more of like the Oscar bait one because it's a sad, slower one, you know?
Yeah. But I feel like I Lied to You just such a central part of that movie that it makes, yeah. No Place Like Home, Wicked for Good. Our Love from the Ballad of Wallace Island. Never heard of that. Walrus Island. Salt, then Sour, then Sweet. From Come See Me in the Good Light. They're just making up titles again.
I know.
Sweet Dreams of Joy from Viva Verde.
Sweet dreams are made of these.
Train Dreams from Train Dreams. Apparently, I should pay more attention in while
The
watching
best original song category.
Well, because it's a Nick Cave song. Like they had Nick Cave come in and do Train Dreams, which
Yeah, right hand. Oh yeah, that's true. Yeah.
But if you wanna hear more of these, either at 8:30 in the morning or later on Friday after we talk to our good friend Adam McKay, we're that's, by the way, I should say our episode with Adam McKay is going to be at 1 p.m. Eastern time, 12 p.m. Central time, 11 a.m. Mountain time. I'm doing it 10 a.m. Pacific time. Because he's in Dublin right now, I guess. Movie night extravaganza.
He's doing the Rocky Road to Dublin.
Yeah, he's on the Rocky Road to Dublin. But he's he's gonna be on, and then we have Josh Olson coming on. If there isn't 3 feet of snow,
an ice storm.
Yeah. on
Tuesday,
we have a double header of like big ass guests right now. And
we can't afford to lose electricity, y'all.
I have a generator, but that's not gonna help with the internet part. So movie night extravaganza, 1 p.m. on Friday. We're going back live. We've been off for like a week, so I mean, I just slide into the DMs with a little softer episode, I guess, here before we have our big interviews. It is Friday at 1 p.m.
2 days.
1 p.m. or depending on where you are, 12 noon or 11 a.m. or
11:10.
Yeah.
9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. It doesn't matter. You could be in Australia time. It doesn't matter.
It could be Saturday in that case.
Yeah, exactly.
But Absurdity Space. I am Forrest Miller. This is my good friend and co-host Christina Oakes. We're doing
a Hall Notes tribute band.
Or as an Oaks forest, we could have a whole forest. Can't see the forest for the trees. Yeah, I would never make that joke, but I just did.
Bye.